Oh, it's not letting me do the horizontal view. That's not good. No one told me that. I don't know who's out there. Let me check that. I don't know who's out there. Let me check that. Turn that off. Anybody let me know if someone is still there. I don't know. I suppose I should have gone to the advanced settings and set it for the horizontal view. Instead, it's giving me this view, so I apologize for that. This week I wanted to do something different, and whoops. Let me show you what I wanted to work on. And sorry, I have to do something with this. There we go. Now, does this show you the sink? I am working on my bathroom sink. Not this part. This is for the future. This sink is an old cabinet that I've painted and Colin has painted, and we've just painted over it and over it, and it's really not good. I did a little bit of painting on the bottom. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Dar. You guys are daring. Yeah. Anyway, I was planning to do this, just this sink surround right here, the white part. And I'm going to decoupage it. So I wanted to do it on a live because I really don't want it to be that long. And I really didn't want it to come out in this little format. Who else do I have here? Yeah, say hello to each other. I have my computer on the side so that I can try to see the comments because I can't really see them that well here. Anyway, this white part of the sink, I guess I should point up here, is what we're going to be decoupaging today. Now, if I was smarter, I would have at least written down the name of this decoupage paper. But it's a black and white, and it comes on a roll. It's pretty nice though. I do like it. The bottom of the cabinet is autumn colors, I guess you would say. Excuse me, it's done in red and gold and greens and all the warm colors. This sink has been painted several times, like I said. It was originally blue. In the future, I'm going to do a regular video of what I will do with this, but I'll sand it and prep it the way it should be prepped. So let me talk about the sink surround. This has 2 coats of slick stick bonding on it, and then 2 coats of chalk paint. And it has been on for probably a month at least. So it's nice and dry. I have no doubt that it's going to adhere. And I have a decoupage gel medium. It's the cheap stuff. It's a matte finish. And I get this at Walmart, actually. A couple different kinds of brushes. This blue spreader so that I can press it down. Yeah, I like the paper, Stephanie. I do. I like it a lot. And in the background, I'm not sure if you can see this. Can you see the steam that's coming out of that? That's my Christmas present, or a little Christmas present from Tommy from this year. It's a little individual steamer, and you can put the essential oils in it, so I have lavender in it. And yeah, so after the decoupage, I'm not sure how it's going to go today. We're going to give it a try. The only thing I have to clear coat it is the shellac. And then after it's decoupaged, I don't know, because sometimes my design just kind of flows with my mood. But this actually has quite a bit of information on it. So I probably don't have to do anything to it at all. But so what I'm going to do is, where the writing goes, I'm going to keep that on the outside. It will be facing out on each side. And then it will be facing the right side in the back. There's very little area to have to decoupage. And then what I will do is I'll tear the edges so that when they meet together, because I'm certainly not going to get it to align to itself. It's just not that kind of paper. But if I tear the edges where they meet, I'm sure it will look just fine. So yeah, let's start by putting the decoupage gel in a little container. I guess I'll work over here so you can see me. What's going on here? I don't know. Hopefully this isn't going to take too long. I guess YouTube says if you do live videos, people tend to turn away from them. So I don't know. Oop. We'll see. I've done live before, but it's been on Instagram, and it's been a really long time since I've done that. I have a cheap chip brush, and I have a little water mist as well. So I think I will start on this side. I don't know if you can see that. Right here, yeah. So I am going to just spray just a little bit of water in it. I have a little table here that I can also use. I just thinned it out a little bit. And let's see. I think I'll just start here on the edge, but I won't come down onto the front. Whatever I get on the sink itself, I will just wipe off while it's wet. Where did my paper go? Huh. Did you see my paper? Did I drop it? Yeah, that's not cool. Let's see. Did you see what I did with it? I mean, that's kind of crazy. Oh, here it is. Oh my God. Wow. All right. So like I say, I'm going out here. And I did bring a razor in. Doing these lives, you have to make sure that you have everything that you might need. Let's see. I'm going to leave a good piece of that. It doesn't, I should have scissors, but I don't. I can lift this just a little and go over it again. This paper feels really fragile. So what I would have liked to have is a little bit of the, not foil, but plastic wrap. So a little bit before the football game, I hope, to wherever you all are. So I'm glad that you guys came by. Thank you so much. I said, oh, I don't know if anybody's going to be watching this live. I'm actually going to take, let's see. Some of these little tiny wrinkles will go away once it's dried. And what I'm going to do here is, if you can see this edge, if I'm pointing to it, this edge I'm going to tear in a, an approximate 45 degree, because I know that it'll match up easier to the other piece once I put it down. This is just a wad of toilet paper. I didn't have any plastic wrap with me, so I just grabbed the next best thing. And I'll show you afterwards what I covered my toilet paper roller with. I'm decoupaging little rice paper pictures of little Victorian girls with frames. Stephanie says, on top, it's an old-fashioned photography studio ad. That sounds so cute. So cute. I love it. So now I am going to do this tiny front edge, which is actually right here. I don't want to pull it too hard because this paper is really, really thin. Now this is going to be something different that I've ever done, because I am going to give it a coat of shellac. Probably not today because I want it to be very dry before I put that on. I would probably rather use acrylic, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a cut. And then, after it's all done, I'm going to use a glaze, resin glaze. So that is going to help help seal it in. And as a matter of fact, once I refinish the sink, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to glaze it, because you can paint a sink, but if you use it, and I use this as my work sink, so it gets a lot of abuse. It just does. Okay. Let's do this side. Can you all see? Is this, I hope, making any sense? I'm going to go all the way down to the end here. I hope I'm not in the way of the camera, though I probably am. Okay, I'm going to start right in the middle of the entire piece. And I'm just going to press it down, and I'm going to go toward the outside. This is going to tear, but that's okay because I want it to have a torn edge at the top. All right. Now when it's dry, I'll sand off the edge to get a nice edge on that, and I'm just pressing down on it to make sure it's adhered. So, okay, now let's do this other side. Hopefully you can still see. What are you all saying? Dara saying, spinning in circles. Constantly I am. Stephanie says she can see. Thank you very much. So, I don't know, was this a little crazy thing to do? As far as a task to do live? Why do I keep losing my decoupage paper? It should be right here. Oh, I must be losing my mind. I did hear something drop, though. Help. I think I have a curse. Did you see where I put the decoupage paper? Oh, wow. I think that's just crazy, though. Oh, I think I see it. Sorry. Not fair, not fair, not fair. Okay. Everybody please watch me to see what I'm doing with the paper. That way you can tell me where it went. I don't need quite this much. So I'm going to go up toward the top and just give it a tear. here's the paper right here. Just the lightest touch that I'm putting on here. Okay. Going over the front. And now I'm going to go on the side. So is this something that you think you all would do? After I get the paper down and placed, I'll take the camera down and I'm going right to the middle. Very, very, very gently. Alright, I'm going to give this just a little bit of a cut. See, with the pattern in this paper, it isn't really going to matter that it's not going to line up perfectly, and you'll just never know it. So this was really quick. I'm glad I did this, because this is just right for a live, I think, for me. At my rate. Okay, so I'm going to go over a little bit. I'll get rid of it here. And I'm going to cut it with the razor. Now, if I had scissors here, I would rather have the scissors. But I don't. I don't have them, so here's the one thing I didn't take out. Here's a roll of paper. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Let me see if I can read the chat. Heck no. Too afraid everyone would, I think, hysterical watching you. No more than they are watching me. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Oh, you missed me bumbling through this decoupaging my sinks around. Okay. Now I can see because I can read this. And this has a little ledge right here. And I don't want to take off the mirror, which is actually behind it. So I am going to scooch the decoupage gel back there, and I will just gently press it in as much as I can. When I have the real money to be able to do over this bathroom, this entire cabinet and sink will come out. So, I mean, You probably wouldn't do this if you had a very, very big concern about your surroundings for the next, like, 5 years or so. I'm just going to go right ahead and gel up the whole backsplash. So yeah, I mean, I just love doing things that are uncommon. And, sometimes they come out really a lot cuter than what you think. And they can just get you over the hump of that point you are where you just, you just don't have the money to do a big expensive remodel or renovation. I think what I'm going to do is go for that. See the rose? I'm going to put this rose right in the middle if I can, over the faucet. I think it's a good focal point. I can't really decide. Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scooch the top edge in as much as I can, and then I will actually cut the edge around the sink. Well, that's not bad. See how I have a little overlap over the sink itself? But that's okay. Really wish I had some scissors. Yep. Okay. I'm gently pressing. Worst case scenario, if I tore a little hole in it, I would just go and once it's dry, get my paints and actually, do a little bit of artistic painting just to cover that tear. And I don't think anyone would ever know because, like I say, I'm going to put a resin over it. First, after the shellac, and after the shellac is dry, I'm going to cover it with resin. So it won't tear after that. After it's dry, it won't tear. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is okay. There's actually another little lip in here. I'm going to put some decoupage gel there. Little tricky here because I have the edge of the sink. Right. Okay. Almost done. Okay. Now, I could cut with a razor blade around the edge of the sink, but I don't think I want to do that because it worked out fine here, but I can still feel how fragile that is. But I'm going to take the phone down and I'm going to try to bring you in to show you what I have right here. And I'm going to have to let this dry. So, yeah. Let me turn the phone around. Will this turn around? I just guess I don't know how to turn it around. So, you can see the front. I have some edges here, but I will sand those off once it's dry. Let's see if I can show you that. I'll sand those off once it's dry. And yeah, these edges. But see how you can't really even see where they're patched at the corners? And it will get better because I am going to put another coat of decoupage gel over. And then I will let the entire thing dry. So let's see. See if I can get this in the camera. Let me just do a little bit more decoupage gel in that little holder. You get to see me in the mirror. That was unexpected. Yeah, I just need a little bit more decoupage gel. Are you with me here? Not bad for difficult angles. Yeah. And believe it or not, even with this brush, I can feel that this paper would tear super easily. It's like tissue paper. I'm sure I got a good deal on it. It was one of those things that, you know, must have been on sale. But yeah, this will dry just like any other decoupage gel project. And what I will do is I probably won't do the rest of it live just because I think it's a little difficult and it comes out nicer if you can do some editing. But I will post on Instagram, and also I will post, I will be finishing the video in the future. So, yeah, that was different. I had an elastic there, but I don't know where it went. Yeah, if I let this down, I think it's going to cover the camera. Of course, let me see this. People who do lives are really talented, I'll tell you. That was the learning curve. So I think that's going to be cute. I think, I don't know if you can tell or not, but the sink is going to be some warm plums and purples. So, yeah. Because, let me show you the front. Maybe I can show you the front of the cabinet. Take this down again. Let's see. Whoops. Sorry about that. Here we go. So this is the bottom of the cabinet. And probably not a very good view. Oh, my email. You sent me pictures. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. So you see, the next video that I do will be an edited video. Because I just think this is a little tricky to do on a live. But we gave it a good shot. And yeah. So let me see if I can check these. We ought to take up a collection to buy some cool tub transfers for the top part of Cat's mirror. Yeah. Not bad for difficult angles. What gel? What gel? It's, let's see. That's a funny name. Aleene's. I think that's backwards because I have the phone going the other way. It's ALEENE''S. Cheap too, and it's good. It's a matte decoupage gel. It works just like the redesign with Prima, in my opinion. Whatever that's worth. And redesign with Prima matte gel is my favorite. But you can decoupage with any number of things. You can use a clear coat. Some people prefer a thin clear coat. I think it depends on the material you're using as a decoupage paper itself. Some papers are easier to use than others, and yeah. My favorite paper to use is a rice paper because I think they're more forgiving. And you can stretch them, you can tear them, you can cut them, you can do anything you want. And the decoupage gel seeps its way through it, and it just creates a beautiful bond. But yeah, I mean, this was inexpensive. This is a piece of furniture in the bathroom that I don't plan to keep it. It's just so that I can make it halfway decent while I can't afford to do the whole bathroom. So this bathroom, Colin painted it when he lived here. And I actually love the color of the paint, but it needs a ceiling. See, the ceiling is that old paper board. It's like a drop ceiling in here. And so what I want to do is I want to put a beadboard ceiling. And then the floor, I'm not sure if you can see the floor. Let's see. It's just a linoleum. It's in good condition, and it was put down somewhat new-ish before I moved in, but I did my kitchen all over, and I'm going to paint that floor. So, and then once I get the money, then I'll do like a real floor. And yeah, that will be it. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming and sticking with me, even though I bumbled my way through this live. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, it's a great place to practice. Absolutely. A piece of furniture or an object that you're not highly invested in is the best place to practice and just try out new things to do, or new products, or um, some kind of skill that you haven't mastered yet. Absolutely. I think they almost always look better than they did originally, honestly. I've painted all kinds of things. I've painted floors, I've painted, the cabinets, all kinds of crazy stuff. Guitars. So yeah. Um I think I'm going to call that a night. Don't forget to hit the like button. Stephanie, thank you so much. Recycled papers, they look beautiful. They look beautiful. Let me go back a little bit and see if I missed. I wish I had a crafting sink. Me too. I don't even have running water in my barn. Maybe cut the sides in the back so they don't overlap. Well, that will all be done when it's dry. And I probably will, I'm going to cut it down somewhat with a pair of scissors, and then I'll sand it right at the edge once it's very, very dry. So you're right. Thank you. Dar says, not afraid. I can see. Dar, I'm the one that was spinning in circles. Yeah, awesome. Well, I hope you still have time to watch the game if you're watching that tonight. And you're awesome to come on with me and watch me do this. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it a night. I think I'm going to have a glass of wine. What do you think? Is it a good night for a glass of wine? Yeah, the 20 by 30 papers are a great bang for the buck. Me either. I don't care about sports, Stephanie, not really. I'll watch the Olympics sometimes. It depends on what it is. I like the Winter Olympics, but I don't have cable. I don't watch television. I don't have a television. So, yeah, it's wine o'clock. It definitely is. Oh, cool. So, thanks again, you guys. I'm going to call it a night and let you guys go and just say thank you again. Thank you so much. I love that the three of you at least, and there might be somebody else there. They're not chatting, and that's great too. Thank you so much. Whoever is out there, I thank you, and I thank all the chatters. I love you all. And yeah, have a great rest of your weekend, and I wish you all good. You don't have cable either. I know, I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. I wish you all good and beautiful things. Thanks, Dar. It's your turn. Love you all. Bye.